ITV The Chase's Mark Labbett and Bradley Walsh, an emotional update that touched fans. For years, The Chase has been more than just a quiz show. It has become a familiar presence in millions of homes, a place where laughter, tension, and warmth blend together effortlessly. At the heart of that experience are two figures fans feel deeply connected to: Mark Labbett, known for his commanding presence and sharp wit, and Bradley Walsh, whose humor and genuine charm have guided contestants through unforgettable moments. Recently, however, a wave of emotion swept through the fan community following an unexpected update involving both stars. While rumors and exaggerated claims quickly spread online, the real story turned out to be far more human, heartfelt, and meaningful than many anticipated. This was not about shock for the sake of shock. It was about reflection, change, and the emotional bond between two men who have shared years of television history and the audience that grew with them. From the very beginning, The Chase stood apart because of its people. Bradley Walsh brought warmth and humor that made contestants feel at ease, even under pressure. Mark Labbett, often called the Beast, balanced that warmth with authority and intelligence, creating a dynamic that became iconic. Together, they didn't just host a show. They created a sense of familiarity, something viewers could rely on after a long day. That's why any news involving them naturally resonates so deeply. In recent weeks, fans noticed subtle changes. Social media discussions picked up on quieter moments, reflective comments, and a more emotional tone during certain appearances. These small details sparked concern, curiosity, and ultimately heartfelt reactions from viewers who have followed their journey for years. Rather than dramatic revelations, the updates centered on something far more relatable: the weight of time, the challenges of long-term commitments, and the emotional reality of being in the public eye for so long. Bradley Walsh, known for keeping things light, allowed a rare glimpse into a more thoughtful side of himself. He spoke openly about how much the show and the people behind it mean to him. His words were measured, sincere, and filled with appreciation. He acknowledged that working on The Chase has been one of the most rewarding chapters of his career, not just professionally, but personally. The friendships formed, the shared experiences, and the connection with viewers have left a lasting mark on his life. Mark Labbett, too, shared reflections that struck a chord with fans. Often perceived as unshakable on screen, he revealed how deeply he values the journey they've all taken together. He spoke about growth, not just as a television personality, but as a person navigating change, responsibility, and expectation. These reflections weren't signs of an ending. They were moments of honesty. And for many fans, that honesty was deeply moving. Across social media platforms, viewers expressed gratitude rather than panic. Comments poured in thanking both men for years of entertainment, comfort, and joy. Many shared personal stories about watching the show with family members, turning it into a daily ritual that spanned generations. Some fans admitted they felt emotional simply because The Chase represents stability in a fast-changing world. Seeing its stars speak so openly reminded them that even familiar faces experience moments of reflection and vulnerability. Importantly, both Bradley and Mark made it clear that there was no sudden departure, no dramatic twist, and no hidden crisis. Instead, the message was one of appreciation for the past, the present, and whatever the future may hold. In an era where headlines often exaggerate or distort reality, this moment stood out for its sincerity. It wasn't about creating panic, it was about acknowledging the passage of time and the importance of gratitude. Behind the scenes, those who work on the show echoed similar sentiments. Crew members and colleagues described both men as professionals who cared deeply about the show and everyone involved in making it happen. Their respect for the audience, they said, is genuine and unwavering. That respect is part of why the emotional update resonated so strongly. Fans didn't feel excluded, they felt included. They felt spoken to, not spoken at. Bradley Walsh's ability to balance humor with heartfelt sincerity has always been one of his greatest strengths. In this moment, that balance reminded viewers why they trust him.
His words carried reassurance, warmth, and a quiet promise that the bond between the show and its audience remained strong. Mark Labbett's reflections, meanwhile, highlighted the human side behind the confident persona. By acknowledging the journey rather than glossing over it, he showed that strength can coexist with sensitivity. Together, their messages formed a powerful reminder. Television isn't just about content, it's about connection. As the conversation continued online, one theme stood out above all others: appreciation. Fans weren't asking for constant excitement or endless surprises. They were expressing thanks for consistency, quality, and authenticity. Many pointed out that the chase has been there during significant moments in their lives: quiet evenings, family gatherings, and times when familiarity brought comfort. That shared experience is something no headline can manufacture. The emotional response wasn't driven by fear, it was driven by love. And that love is something both Bradley Walsh and Mark Labbett clearly understand. Looking ahead, the future of the chase remains steady. The show continues to evolve while staying true to its core: intelligence, humor, and respect for its audience. Any changes, when they come, will be approached thoughtfully, with the same care that has guided the show for years. For now, fans can take comfort in knowing that the voices they trust are still there, still committed, and still appreciative of the incredible journey they share with viewers. This moment served as a reminder to pause and reflect, not just on television, but on the value of long-lasting connections. In a world of constant noise, sincerity still matters. And sometimes the most emotional news isn't about loss or endings, it's about realizing how much something means to us. As viewers continue to tune in, one thing remains certain: the bond between the chase, its stars, and its fans is as strong as ever. If this story reminded you why you love the show, you're not alone. Millions feel the same way, and that shared emotion is what truly makes the chase unforgettable.